Thank you.
All right. We got the judge. We normally don't do a long one, but we got the judge, and there was some misunderstanding in our communication on the time. But we got to end, y'all. We bringing the judge in. Here comes the
Here
judge.
comes the judge.
See, I gave
oh my
gave
God,
her
did
extra
y'all
time.
mean Eastern time?
Yes. Now look, you in
my
Mississippi
God.
now. You in
Yes, I'm on
Mississippi.
Central Standard Time. I'm so
No,
sorry.
I just
I
thought
blame
about
Carl.
that. No, I just, you know what? When I saw you down there, I was like, I wonder is because I take it for granted being on the East Coast. You know, sometimes I take it for granted that the times is the same, but I guess some
Right,
parts
and
of
y'all
East
need to
is
realize that the
central.
awesomeness is in Central Standard Time sometimes.
Oh, well, I do.
You
I'm
see what
from
I'm saying?
look. I'm
You
from
got to come
Chicago,
where
so
the
I know the
awesomeness
central.
is.
I hear you. I hear you. I come. Look,
I got
look.
to visit out there anyway.
We got
Come
the.
on
We got
down.
the.
Come on down.
We got the. Well, I got family down there. My mom was born in Jackson, and my dad was born in Tupelo. So
Oh, cool. You know,
I'm very
I'm just
familiar
a
with the
little bit south
up
of
the street
Jackson,
up
about
there.
80
Yeah,
something miles. So
that's it.
that's the capital city. I think we're the third or fourth largest city, Hattiesburg. It's the third or fourth
Yes.
largest city in the state. So we're right up the street from Jackson. My son graduated from Jackson State.
Oh
Nice.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. So we know, like my grandma would say, baby, they right up the street. And we say right up the street.
right
We be
up the
riding a
street.
long while though.
Right,
Like
a country
country folks
mile.
don't know about streets. They
Right,
baby
a
right up the
country
street.
mile.
I'm
Yeah, a
like, yo,
country
we've been
mile is
driving an
different than a regular
hour.
mile.
So just look, we don't have we're gonna spot you on, but we don't have a lot of time because we normally do an hour to give you that. But what we're gonna do, we definitely gonna do, we're gonna bring you back for part two because we're gonna make an episode for
Okay.
you. Because I
I am
got
so
this,
sorry
I
for the
wanted
mix
you
up on the
no, that's
time.
people I take this part of my vulnerability. I have to take my own vulnerability challenge. I gave her the wrong time. Well, I gave her the right time, but I didn't see the time for
You
Central
didn't say
and
Eastern Standard.
Eastern, right? So
Yeah.
I didn't do that. So yes. I you guys want to
And I
blast me?
didn't
Yes, go
ask,
ahead.
so I take responsibility for that as well because I
Yeah.
should have asked because I had a meeting with a publicist the other day,
Okay.
and she's on the West Coast, so I had to
Oh,
double check and redouble check, make sure because get that Pacific time because it's 3 hours away from y'all and it's 2 hours away from me, so I have to make sure that that's something. I used to have a podcast for 5 years. I had a podcast, so I
okay.
had to make sure when I was interviewing somebody on the West Coast or the East Coast that I had the time right. So it's my bad too. I'm not gonna let you take that ride by yourself. We're gonna take it together.
Yes. I thought,
I'm ride or
since I
die as
told
long as
you,
we ride. See,
yeah, I
that's the
thought
problem with people when they talk about ride or die. They
they
think
hopping
that
off.
means that we got to just deal with your drama. We got to deal with everybody's drama. The thing about ride or die is both people got to feel safe. That's why they ride and they willing to die. But if you don't make me feel safe, you're gonna be dying by yourself. I ain't got
Oh,
time
that's
for
what I'm
that
talking.
time.
There you
Man, we
go.
talking.
Yeah, let's
We
keep
getting
it
some
real.
jewels
Let's
out
keep it
there.
real
Yeah,
today.
that's what I'm
See,
talking
Should
about.
about
Yo,
a
we,
Honda instead of
on now.
right?
See, I feel it. I'm feeling. I'm feeling it this
You
morning. I am
see?
feeling it.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
just tell us like I was thinking. I was looking at your bio, right? And
Mhm.
I'll be the one to be trying to create these kind of like show topics. And like I just was reading your stuff. I was like, I didn't even know where to start. Like judge, like law firm, like
Singer, because I saw the
singer,
national anthem.
songwriter,
I was like,
like
hold
the
on now.
national anthem, like just
A
singing this.
singing judge?
I'm like, oh my God. I'm just like, I don't know what to call it. I'm just saying judge, a journey undefined. I mean, I couldn't get no definition, but what was some of your inspiration? Because I know right now I'm in law school and at 54 years old, it's not easy. And I'm
Right.
telling you, when I'm sitting next to these young whippersnappers and they just like, I'm thinking they running rings about me, then I bring my experience into the game. But
Period.
just like taking
Yeah.
that pivot and change, like you've gotten so many things that a lot of us do a lot of things. A lot of us put our hands on a lot of things. But I was just following and looking at some of the stuff you've done. Like you've really been accomplished in a lot of things. And everyone can't say that or have that on their resume. Like what was your really inspiration, even to be a two-time minority, African American, and then a woman, and then decide to take on this traditional? Because I'm trying to change the game
There
from
you
the
go.
law field. I'm trying to change it. What was your inspiration for even coming to taking this trip on this journey?
Well, actually, it was two minorities that gave me my inspiration because Thurgood Marshall, of course, he is my hero in the law. Period. From all the way back from Brown versus Board of Education, he is my hero in the law, and then he became the first Black justice of the United States Supreme Court,
Yeah.
and then Sandra Day O'Connor became the first woman on the United States Supreme Court when I was in 9th grade. And I was like, okay, girls, blacks, I'm doing all of that because I am running for circuit judge in January. I've been a justice court judge for the last 10 years, and I've been municipal court judge for the last 3 years. So I have dual jurisdiction right now. But in January, I'm running for circuit judge for Forest and Perry counties. And if I win that position, I will be the first Black and I will be the first woman. So that will be another dual minority situation that we're going to have going on. And I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it.
I'm here for it too. I'm about to get
no matter who's running, they need to just bring it. Just bring it because I'm here for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get my cousins Poo Poo them address down there in Mississippi.
Right. Cousin Johnny Ray, all of them. I need all of that. But that's where my inspiration came from. And my mother, my mother, God rest my mama and my daddy. I lost my daddy 3 weeks before I graduated from law school, and my mother died 17 months later when I was 3 months pregnant with my son. So God rest my parents. But my daddy, he was so gangster, and it was he would have a stroke, he would have something happen to him, he'd be running back to work. Like as soon as he could get back to work, because he had to keep a mom in a new car. He had a high yellow woman. He had to keep her happy. Okay. See what I'm saying? My daddy was dark chocolate like me. My mom was high yellow with freckles. So he had to keep that red bone happy.
He had to keep that red bone happy.
But she didn't work. She didn't work unless she felt like it. It's like if my daddy, she asked my dad for something, he was like, nah, we can't afford that right now. She would go get a job and work that job and buy what she wanted, and she quit. Like, you know what? Seriously.
She had plans though.
Look, so that's where the damsel in distress diva comes from in me. Because people like, oh my God, you just a boss. I said, let me be around the man in my life. And you see what happens to the boss. The boss becomes a baby. The boss like, baby, can you come strap my shoe? Can you?
Oh, man.
Oh, honey, I got that down to a.
Oh, Lord. I should probably exit the show right
Come on. Bye.
We can handle this.
We can finish this up without you, man. Come on now, Carl.
I know y'all can.
Don't take no invitation to leave, or we'll let you go. So
we're not gonna let you back in.
Right. And we ain't gonna let you back in. That's the
beauty. Knock me out my show.
You will be like when I'm dating, I tell people that because I'm a single woman. So it's like I tell people, like, as soon as I realize that a man does not have my best interest at heart, he is Black history with Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Sojourner Truth, and Harriet Tubman and them. That's a wrap. It's like that's a wrap. So if you go out, Carl, you can't come back. That's it.
I'm not leaving, Dick.
Okay,
I want to be part of Black history, but I want to be on my terms.
There you go, on your terms. Yeah. You know what? It's so funny that you said that because when I was in law school, when I was in my third year law school, one of my professors wanted me to join the JAG Corps, the military. Me in the military. He said, I told him, I said, no, sir, that's never going to happen. And he was like, why? He said, you will be a great JAG Corps officer. And I told him, I said, I don't have a discipline from the military. And he was like, what do you mean? You're getting ready to graduate from law school? That takes severe discipline. And I told him, I said, but this is discipline on my own terms. I said, if I leave, I just won't get a law degree. I said, but if I leave the military, they're going to be trying to lock me up and I'm too cute for prison. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that, sir. No, sir. Don't ask me no more. It ain't never going to happen.
I served 6 years, but they give you 20 years for a fight in the military.
Ain't nobody going to Leavenworth.
And
that's why I sing the national anthem so much, because I want to give back to the military, because I wasn't giving them the kind of service that they wanted from me when they were talking about me joining the JAG Corps. So that's why I sing the national anthem. I sing God Bless America. I salute my troops the best way I know how, but I tell you what I ain't going to do. I ain't standing on the wall with no gun. We ain't doing that.
Nope.
I ain't going to Afghanistan. I ain't going to no. I'm not doing it.
That whole boot camp thing, and you can't move until they tell you.
I did it.
To me, I don't know.
The closest I got to that was joining a sorority. Shout out to Delta Sigma Theta in this house. And hey, the Reds are here. And so, but I couldn't do that, and that was discipline on my own terms. I chose, to follow that regimen and chose to follow that initiation process. My son is a Kappa. We chose to do that. That was discipline on our own terms. So you have to realize what your discipline is and what you're willing to do.
I say kudos to those who can do the military and make it through boot camp. Kudos to y'all.
Yeah,
Kudos to
every
y'all.
time I see them, whether it's in the mall, Walmart, the gas station, thank you for your service. I thank them for their service. And when they call me to come and sing the national anthem for the change of command, we have a military base in Hattiesburg. And so that means a girl child ain't safe nowhere around here. It's just they.
Yeah, it's real.
The thirst is real in the Walmart aisles. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I try to look as ugly as I can when I go to the store.
No, man.
You know, if they want to holler, they gonna holler.
They gonna holler. Look at that big old tall brown sugar bag right there. That's what one of them said that to me one day. So I'm like, and I said, thank you for your service, and kept walking. And so, but anyway, as far as my inspiration, I'll get off on a tangent. Y'all have to keep me straight. But my inspiration, you know, like as far as what I do now, all the singing, all the speaking engagements, you know, going to the schools, talking to the kids, you know, the things I do on my job, I draw my energy from the people who need me, and I draw my strength from God. And so God gives me the strength to help the people who need me, and I get my energy from them because they need me. And so I never get the big head about what I'm doing. I never get the black robe syndrome when I'm sitting in court, because I understand that the power vested in me by the state of Mississippi means nothing unless God vests me with the power to take my next breath. So I'm always prepared to be humble. I'm always humbling myself to the ultimate authority, because I know court is hard and scary for people. So I try to make it as, you know, amenable to humanity as I can. Yeah. That's what I try to do. And so, you know, I just get inspired all the time. It's like inspiration is all around us. We choose not to notice it, but inspiration is all around us. I get inspiration when I look in the mirror in the morning. I'm an elected official. So when I ran for my position, and when I run for my new position next year, I keep the focus. I keep my eye on the prize. I don't look to my left or to my right to try to figure out what somebody else doing. My competition is the gay that I was yesterday. I want to be a better gay Polk-Payton today than I was yesterday. Because if you ever watch Usain Bolt run, you will notice that he never looks to the left or the right to see what his competitors are doing. Jesse Owens got in trouble with his coach because he started looking to his left and to his right, because that wind on your face will bring down your time. It'll cut down your time on your running, and it'll also distract you from what you're trying to do. My eyes on the prize constantly, and I don't take my eyes off the prize, and therefore I get to where I'm trying to go. I'm not trying to beat you, because what God has for me is for me. While I'm focused on your Mercedes, God might have a Bentley for me. So I'm going to be focused on the prize.
Yo, let me put your cash app in here. We got choice.
Judge Kim.
We having choice.
You passing the electronic plate.
Judge Judy ain't got nothing on this. Oh, I'm telling you right now. Oh, we having church in here, man.
Yes, indeed.
Judge Judy, Judge Brown, all them judges.
She about to make it. She about to give it to you right now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I keep it real all day long, straight, no chaser. Like, if you don't want to know what I think, don't ask me, because I'm definitely going to tell you what I think. I'm going to say it, you know, as tactfully as possible. I remember one time, y'all, I was a public defender. For 9 years, I was a public defender, and I was a gangster public defender. It's like I had a client that stabbed his brother-in-law 6 times, and I walked him out that door not guilty on a murder charge. I walked him out. Okay, he's my friend on Facebook, but I also
get that brother mad though.
Don't get him mad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna piss him off. But look, but the thing about it is, I also kept it real with my clients. You know, when the DA had them, you know, they had them over barrel, I would tell them. One guy told me, he said, Miss Gay, this is what they call me, Miss Gay Polk-Payton. It was one word, Miss Gay Polk-Payton. Miss Gay Polk-Payton, I believe that the Lord is going to deliver me from prison the same way he delivered Paul and Silas. And I'm like, no, sir, baby, you are confused. I said, Paul and Silas were being persecuted for their beliefs. You being prosecuted because they caught you coming out that lady's house with her TV. The words sound the same, but they mean 2 totally different things. I said, you're going to have to do some time, so go and call your mom and tell her.
Come on now. That's what I'm talking about.
I can't get blood from a turnip unless I cut my finger trying to make it fit for human consumption. I can't. You know, you're going to prison, bro. We're gonna have to give us. You have to get a state a couple of years because you You are not a good burglar. When you get out of jail, you need to get into another line of work because you're not good. Like when they stand before me, I'm thinking to myself sometimes, like, what do you do for a living? And they're sitting there trying to come up with something like, why don't you just say you're a drug dealer and you're not good at it because you keep getting caught? Just say that. You know, let's be real with each other. I just swore you in. Tell me the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. Do that.
Yes.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
CBS
can't,
is looking for some employees. You need
Yo,
to
I'm gonna tell you right now, yo.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you right now, StreamYard, y'all can't handle this. I'm gonna just let you know right off the bat. StreamYard, LinkedIn, YouTube, yo, y'all getting the raw and the real. I mean, look, Judge, we got the.
Because I'm thinking like, okay, so you keeping it all the way real. So what happens when you see a colleague acting up? Like, how sensitive can that get?
Don't get us barred. Don't get us barred from the.
You mean acted silly in court? Silly,
well, either in court, because I'm not sure how that goes. Because I hear that you normally as a judge, that court is yours to run the way you feel fit.
Right.
So is there like feedback given between judges? Is there something that you might see another judge do and you're like, I don't like that, or that don't sound right, or that don't feel right?
Well, we have judicial training every year, and the judicial college usually puts me on a panel at the conferences so that I can tell them what I think, when they ask questions, and, I'll tell them, that's not the right thing to do. That's unconstitutional. And they put me on the panel because they know that I will tell them if they ask a question, I'll tell them, now you can't do that. So it's just like, and a lot of times they don't like to tell them, but they know I will. And so if somebody is, and we're at training, and if a speaker is there and they're telling the aggregate group of judges from around the state of Mississippi, they're telling us something wrong, I will raise my hand. And I'm like, no, that's not what the law says. That's not what we're supposed to do. That's not what we've been trained to do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't care if you came down here from New York City. I don't care where you came from. If you're telling us wrong, then I'm not going to have my colleagues confused by what they should be doing when we've been trained by the Judicial College about what we're supposed to do. So I don't have any problem whatsoever. I treat everyone the same. I never disrespect anyone. I treat people with the same level of respect that I expect for myself. But at the same time, if something is wrong, it's just wrong. And I'm going to say, no, I don't see it that way. Let's talk about this. So when we're in court, it's like I give the lawyers and the police officers so much respect that they respect me right back. So when they come to my house to get a warrant signed, I treat them, like I would want to be treated if I was in that situation. If their warrant is lacking in something that we call probable cause, like,
I think they forget that.
How did you know he had weed in his car? How did you get him to the side of the road? That's what I need to know. How did you get him there? So I ask those questions, like, you have to go and redo this warrant, or otherwise I'm not going to sign it, because nobody's going to get killed on my warrant. I don't want them kicking in the wrong door, and then like they did with Breonna Taylor, it's just like that guy didn't even live there anymore. And they went and kicked in that door, and then she ends up getting killed. So it's just like, you have to really make sure that you're careful, and judges have to make sure that they read these documents that are in front of them and make sure that, Pookie from around the way isn't the person who told you that they live there. Did you check with the landlord? Did you follow up and find out whether or not that's really the apartment that they lived in before you tried to execute a no-knock warrant, which, it's just a lot to it. And so I respect law enforcement. I respect my fellow judges. I respect my fellow lawyers in the bar. But if it's wrong, it's just wrong. And I don't mind calling balls and strikes. That's my job. The World Series just ended. And the umpire is there. And that's my job. I'm the umpire. I call balls and strikes. And I tell you, no, you out of here with that. That's a mess. Get that. We're not doing that, not today. And so, but I say it in a very respectful way. But, my eye says not today. I was like, no, I'm going to have to overrule your objection, blah, 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 move on. And so, it's like I will do it in a very, very respectful and direct way. But at the same time, they know me well enough. I've been practicing law for 25 years. So people know me well enough to know that I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Speaking of the World Series, did y'all see Jorge Soler hit that home? Let me tell you something. Girl, I'm finna block you out, Carl. Girl, did you see Jorge?
Wait. Lord have mercy. Wait. My camera.
There
Oh,
you
my
go,
camera.
It sent something down in my spirit when he hit that ball and then he hit his chest and dropped that bat. I was like, look here. Look at him.
Ready.
He was like, that ball is going across the fence. Y'all don't need to try to catch that. Don't run. Stand where you are, because that ball is going across the fence.
Oh,
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna trot these bases. I ain't got to run. I'm gonna try.
Yes, I was happy for Atlanta. I was definitely more happy. Not just so much for Atlanta and what that represents for the city, but I was just so happy at what they're representing in just the eyes, in my eyes, especially in the law of good and evil. Because Chiefs have been cheating for a long time.
Oh yeah,
and now not to say others have, but they've been cheating and benefiting right in our face.
Right,
they've been in the World Series the past 3, 4 years.
And I don't really follow I've sang the national anthem at pro games. I would love to sing for the Braves. If y'all listening, I can belt out the national anthem. So y'all call me. I'm gonna come sing for y'all next year. Anyway, because I was standing in my den singing "God Bless America" at the bottom of the 7th the other night. I was in my den singing it because I was just excited about the game. I just loved watching the World Series, and I'm not that big of a baseball fan. I'm more football. Who that? Can I get a who that in the house? And I love basketball. I love my Lakers. But baseball is not, so I don't have a baseball team. So I don't really know that much about Houston and what they've been doing and all of that stuff. But I know I enjoyed watching the World Series. It was just really, really awesome. And but that's what a judge's job is to do, is what the umpire does at the game, is to call it like they see it. And you don't have to, like when we have jury trials, the Supreme Court of the United States says about reasonable doubt that we can't explain it to you. The lawyer can't explain it to you. The judge can't explain it to you, but you will know it when you see it. And so that's what a judge's job is to do, is to know when you see something that does not fit within the confines of the law with regard to that case. People tell me, how you gonna call yourself a Christian? And the Bible say, judge not lest ye be judged, and you judging people every day. I said, I don't judge people. They were like, how do you say you don't judge people? You're a judge. I said, I judge the facts and the circumstances as they relate to the laws of the state of Mississippi. I've never judged one person, and I never will, because I know that there before the grace of God could be me or my child. I don't know what happened to put that person in the situation that they're in, and to have committed that crime, or to be on the verge of eviction or losing their property rights or whatever they're on the verge of. I don't know what put them there. So I don't judge that person. I judge the facts and circumstances as they relate to the law, and then I render a decision.
And a lot of times they run with that. Most of the times, if not 100% of the times, people bring that up in the avenue of them being in the wrong.
Right.
And especially in the church community, they love to bring that judging up. It's because it doesn't benefit them. So when it's against them, you judging me. But I often tell people, because I'm a preacher, so I often tell you, I don't judge you. That's what the Lord said. That's what God said. So I'm applying what God said based upon your conduct. So
what thus says the Lord.
That's it.
Shout out to everybody who put a T on the Lord's name without his permission. Giving honor to God.
Without his permission.
What thus says the Lord. The Lord ain't told you to do that. He ain't told y'all to do that. Don't do that no more.
I don't even know no Lord. I think I really start hearing that pronounced when Medea started fooling around with
yes, but if you
go
to
her,
church
I
in
never
Mississippi,
really
you will
paid
hear
attention
what
to that. Yeah, because I have a lot of Southern people, and I don't. This is no disrespect to Southern people. This is just the dialects that we use, because
it is what it is.
It is what it is. So I don't.
And ain't no T on the end of the Lord's name.
I want you guys to get
you're not paying attention.
No, but I get a lot of them now talking about the Lord told me. I was like,
right.
I was like, the Lord told you.
And like I live by the concept that I wrote a book, and I live by the concept. It's a concept that I learned in law school called res ipsa loquitur, which means the thing speaks for itself. And in my hood, that means it is what it is. So that's what this concept is based on. I hope y'all can see this.
A little bit this way, a little bit
this way.
The other,
I'm not good at that. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's called, this has been a public service announcement. Written by me, Gay Polk-Payton. Y'all can get that at Barnes and Nobles. You can get that at Amazon, or you can email me at gpplaw@icloud, and I'll get you.
Put your links in that private chat where we can.
I definitely will. And like my Instagram got hacked in September.
Don't you feel violated?
Oh, I
was trying to think of something. Boy, I started reading some legal books. I said, no, y'all done got the wrong one. And then I had a couple people tell me, Carl, calm down, man.
I was so mad.
I was so mad. I was like, mad. And then they tried to ransom me like I was a Kardashian. So I give it back to you if you give me some John Brown Bitcoin thing. I was like, I got really pissed off. I was like, you got.
They was holding your.
And they was sitting out. Charlene is my witness. They was sitting out stuff.
Yeah.
They changed the picture. Had this little lady on there talking about I invested with some Bitcoin with her and made money. Y'all need to do it too.
They still got my same picture up there, and they just out there just sending people stuff in my name. I had 9,000 Instagram followers, and I had, which compared to some people who got me, I know that ain't a lot. Don't be acting funny.
That's a lot. Look, that's a lot. I got 300.
But that's how many I got now. I got like 200 and some change now because my Instagram was Judge Cutie, because Judge Cutie is my Twitter, my Instagram. It was my Instagram. It's my TikTok name. It's my everything. My what is that Snapchat thing? I don't even use that, but it's Judge Cutie everywhere. Mm-hmm. But now it is on Instagram, The Real Judge Cutie, because somebody hacked me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that hurt my feelings so bad. I was like, oh, you ain't even had that to do. Like, what did you benefit from that? Because my friend's too smart to fall for your schemes and to send you money and Bitcoin and stuff. So I put out kinds of announcements saying that ain't me. That ain't me. Don't listen to whoever
everybody was sending me that. They was like, this crazy woman. Like, because they know my character. They know who I am. They know, they know what I do. So people was like, I just want you to know if you didn't know. And then they go send me a DM in my own stuff. Talking about something, we'll give you your stuff back. I don't even know what this. They didn't even say no monetary. They said something in Bitcoin. I couldn't even understand it because I ain't know nothing. I don't know nothing about no Bitcoin.
I got a master's in business, and I don't know nothing about no Bitcoin. I don't know nothing about none of that. My bachelor's and my master's is in business. I don't know
everybody's learning as much as they talking. They all learning about Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm so confused. I watched a movie. It was a movie on Netflix about Bitcoin, and I can't even remember the name of it, but it was like 3 years ago. It had a Haitian, a Jewish man, and a Cuban, and they had this Bitcoin business. But it just shows you how the system can be so easily manipulated, and how your money can just be swooped up just like out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable. Yeah, so I stay away from that kind of stuff. Just I'm gonna keep my little credit card and I don't even use my debit card anymore because I don't want anybody having access to my bank account, because I went to St. Thomas one time and I handed someone my card, and when I came back, they were in almost $10,000 before I realized it. I had to go sign affidavits at the bank and get my cards reissued and do all. So you have to be careful when you're using your debit card. I don't use my debit card. I use credit card.
If you don't got Apple Pay where you at, I give you a couple $. I keep cash in my pocket and I use the Apple Pay. I don't know when the last time I took my card out of my wallet.
Right. It's hackable. I don't use my debit card. I use my American Express, my Capital One. Samuel Jackson talking about some what's in your wallet. And if you are my age, which I'm 52, I'll be 53 in December.
Oh, to the 50.
Hey. Like when I go places with my 23-year-old, some people think I'm his girlfriend. When he was in high school, he told me, he's like, Mom, I don't like the way my friends look at you. I said, I don't like the way my friends look at you either. So we even. Stop being a hater. Anyway, I don't need your help not to have a man. I'm doing good by myself. So
I can't.
It's the truth. But y'all remember when Samuel Jackson was in Jungle Fever?
Yeah.
And his mama said, Gator, what happened to the TV, Gator? He said, I smoked the TV, mama. So I don't like Samuel Jackson, aka Gator, asking me what's in my wallet. Ain't none of your business what's in my wallet, Gator. Don't ask me that.
Gonna let Gator. He's not gonna let
Gator went through rehab.
Gator
went from being the Gator to Yoda.
Right?
Star Wars. You know what I mean? He the Jedi.
He is the business. He is the business.
Get back on track.
I don't think nobody on TV. I don't think nobody
Gator left that narcotic alone. That's what he did. He left that narcotic alone. That's what they got his life.
He owed all the Spike. You gotta get Spike.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Shout out to Spike Lee. He is the business. I don't give a shout out to my cousin is a producer. My cousin writes for P Valley, which is the show that comes on Stars, down in the valley where the girls get naked. Y'all know, with Uncle Clifford. Yeah, so he's a writer. Shout out to my cousin Patrick.
Today, y'all. We were judges. We
were movie stars.
I told you. See, I had that Oprah inspiration when we started this show. We almost there, Charlene. Hang with me.
I got that 80s big house she had. I've got that going on till tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm gonna give me some soft locks. So you can't judge me by my hair, because you ain't no telling what my hair gonna look like when you see me next time. I change it when I get ready. It's just what I do.
You know,
it's like, oh, your hair is different. Yeah, my hair is different. Same face, though, same me. Same attitude, same mouth. So
look, Judge, I'd love to keep this going. I got a client coming on in a few minutes that I got to deal with. But man, this has been we gotta do part 2. Let's get this together now because I want
let
some
me
accountability
know.
though. We're gonna do this part 2. I'm gonna leave it to Charlene because I messed up the first one. So I'm gonna leave the second one.
All you gotta do is put Eastern behind it. What you
see what I'm saying?
Oh,
just one letter, and then you want to
Lord.
relinquish control.
See, and then men say women too controlling. I'm like,
no,
right.
I had to keep Charlene on it. If it ain't website related, she gets mad at me. So I had to keep her.
Stop
do
it.
some other
Behave
stuff.
yourself.
Lord Jesus.
We gonna bring you on because we want to talk about something. I know we just had some fun today all along. This made my spirit good for Thursday morning.
We might need to have a non-Tuesday Thursday.
Yeah, we gotta have. We're gonna put you on a special day because
a different day.
Yeah, we're gonna put you on a special day.
Absolutely, because we just there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, because I want to talk. I want to go
social
into
justice. It's a lot.
Yeah, because I want to go into some of the justice things we've been covering. Do you know I got a professor? Now I'm gonna say this, and we gonna hit the preliminaries.
How long you been in law school?
This is my second year. I'm in 2.
Congratulations!
But I'm doing nighttime, so it seems
now?
like it's taking me. It seemed like it's taking me forever.
You made it through that first year. That's that hazy
I had
year.
that through COVID year. I was like, it was very hard, but I thank the Lord. He gave me the strength.
Amen. Because they told us at Ole Miss. I went to Ole Miss Law School up in Oxford, and they told me, look to your left, look to your right. One of y'all ain't gonna be here next semester.
They told us that too. They didn't say one. They said quite a few of y'all.
Y'all ain't there
because it was only 6 of us. It's 6 African Americans and 2 Latinos and like 8 women in our class, like the class that I'm in. And they told us that at the beginning. They was like, look around. It's like the one you sit next to probably won't be here in a couple weeks. And I was like,
law school is not for the faint of heart. It's doable, but it is not for the faint of heart. I told my son, I said, he was like, Mom, I think I want to go. I said, no, you can't think you want to go to law school.
You got to know.
I said, you got to know that you want to be a lawyer more than you want anything else in the world. Otherwise, you're going to throw them books across the law school library, and that's going to be a wrap. But I said, because you got to want it down in your spirit. It's got to be that strong. So
and I tell everybody that. I'm mentoring kids now that's looking. I work at the university that I graduated from, and I'm working with some undergraduate kids, and I'm telling them, they're talking about law because we got a thing that we do with law schools that they're kind of putting their packages together. And these kids are like, yeah, I think I want to do that because my mom said, and I'm like, yo, like you're gonna have to bring the fire.
Yeah.
Because it ain't no joke. I sit in these classes sometime and I'll be like, Lord, what did I get myself into? But
you gotta be like we talk about in church. You gotta be like, I know for I know
shadow of doubt.
Like I don't think that the Lord gonna make way. I know. That's how you gotta be about law school. You gotta know.
Yeah, you gotta
know this is what I want.
And
ain't nobody gonna stop me from getting it. That's how you gotta be.
I've seen 2 of my good friends go through it, and they've made it through. They've been lawyers for quite a while now, and both of them on their own journeys towards judgeship. So I'm cheering them on all everywhere. I'm like, all right.
Women. There have been studies that say that women, no harm, no foul, Carl. But they say that women are better judges. There was a study done in Cambridge that said that women are better judges because we have more of a big picture mentality. And we have an understanding of the fluidity of things. We know that everything is not black and white. It's there's fluidity in everything that we do in life, and you have to be able to see perspectives. We have a job because of perspective, and so women see the big picture better. It's like we see, like for instance, and I'm not no shade, but it's like I was watching games people play last night. And I don't even like the show, but it's like watching a train wreck. I can't turn away. And so, but the thing about it is he cheated on his wife with several women. And she saw the big picture of it. She saw her child. She saw that he was a pro athlete, and I got my Louis bag right here. She looked at the big picture of the thing of losing her family, and trying to work through it and go to counseling and all that stuff. He found out that she cheated with one man one time. And he you violate. You done cheated with about 18 women, and you violate.
Yeah.
You
He's trying to
violated.
set the whole world on fire.
He trying to set the whole world on fire. He want the man dead. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you have to, but women have a tendency, and that's why women will stay. Mm-hmm. And my mother used to call it stick and stay. My hair is. I think this thing got me backwards in this one. Okay, but anyway, my mother used to call it stick and stay because the young girls don't do that no more. We don't do that. Like, you know what? You done got on my nerves and you got to go. And so but back in the day, women would stay through adversity as much as, women, him having a whole family across the street. It's just like, I don't know how you did that, and like Tina stayed through Ike going upside her head. It's just a lot that people deal with, and women just see the perspective of it all. And that's why women make better judges, because they're not going to make that person into whatever crime they committed. They realize that this is not who this person is. We got to realize what put you here. We want to see the steps that in your life, the things that happen. That's why they have bifurcated capital murder trials, so that the jury will have a chance to see that this person had some things to happen to them in their life that made them go to this point or where they are right now. So.
And that's key. And I definitely
we got to talk about that.
Yeah, we got to go.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with you.
They had that deeper level. I just thought they just. You shot somebody. Let's talk about why you shot them, and let's go.
Right.
No, it's a lot, and we don't see it because we look at only visionary we get is as the vision that they put on TV.
Exactly, and the dramatized
and how they
the dramatized
we
TV
solve
shows.
The case in an hour, and we Law and Order, and criminal intent and all of those things. CSI and all that.
And I was in law school when the O.J. Simpson verdict came down. So it was just like it was a lot of excuse the way I'm gonna put this, but it was a lot of mad white people at Ole Miss when O.J. walked for killing, and so it's just like, and then people were asking me like, why is it that he was found liable in civil court when he was found not guilty? I said there's several reasons, because for one thing, the standard is lower in a civil hearing. You need proof beyond a reasonable doubt in a criminal trial, but then you need preponderance of the evidence, which is just more likely than not in a civil trial. Once he had been exonerated in criminal court, he could not say I plead the fifth. So he had to testify when they subpoenaed him to court to come to court to testify. So he opened his mouth, put in his foot, and just said a whole bunch of stupid stuff he ain't had no business saying. But OJ tends to do that. But anyway, and then number three, in a civil trial, you only need 9 out of 12 jurors. And then, in a criminal trial, you need all 12. You need a unanimous jury. So it's 12. So many things that people don't know about the law that makes them not understand the things that are going on.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna definitely dive into today. Because now
I feel a law panel coming.
You get my juices right there. You get my juices right. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm with the panels. But like that law, I'm for it. I'm for it.
Yeah, I can talk about the law all day. But I can talk about other stuff too. So y'all don't want to get me running.
You do baseball.
We know that.
Guys hitting home runs. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got you, George.
Don't get me started on my child. I spoke at a conference in Atlanta for cancer. It was a benefit for cancer survivors, and it was called Better Day Givings. Shout out to the creator of Better Day Giving. She creates wigs for women who are going through cancer, and to help them, and they buy them lashes, and just to make them feel like that woman, underneath, and let them know that I'm not this disease that is trying to destroy me. I am a woman. I'm still who I am. And so I spoke at a conference, and when people were laughing because they said I roasted my son, and I was like, I was not roasting him. I was just telling some stories about raising a boy as a single mother. And it just is what it is. He told me when he was 14, we were leaving church one day, and I said, "Couple, when you get home, I need you to do blah, 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 blah." And he told me, he said, "Mama," I said, "What?" He said, "I feel so used." I said, "Let me tell you something about being used, little boy." I said, "Until I climb in your body and I live there like a parasite for 37 weeks. And then you go through 15 hours of pain thinking it's going to get me out your body, but it don't work. They got to saw you in half to get me out of your body. Until then, I haven't used you the way you use me, even if you give me a kidney, because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have no kidneys. Now go do what I told you to do for my kid.
Look, I need my little microphone.
Go do what I said for you that.
I need my little microphone. I was about to do a mic drop, but I need my
You about to drop it?
I grabbed it and I said, "Hold up, you need that for another show." Don't drop that mic. drop that
She
mic.
dropped the whole stage just
Yeah,
Because
now.
my baby is a cancer survivor. So,
Ow,
it was hard for me sometimes to be hard on him because I'm just so grateful that God let me keep my baby because he was diagnosed at 13 with a soft tissue sarcoma in his left thigh. And so we went through that journey and I talked about the journey, but I told him about some things that happened, that he was still a teenage boy. Even though he had gone through that journey, he had to go through the teenage phases. And, and I told him, I said, I know that this country is a democracy, but this house, I'm a single mother, and this house is a dictatorship, and I'm the queen. I said, if you act like a prince, you get princely privileges. But if you act like a joker, you're going to learn the hard way that the queen don't play.
He better do it like
the queen
Fresh
quit
Prince of
school because of
Bel-Air.
recess. Oh, yeah, we don't play like that.
Oh man, I got look, we gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna have a client tell me, I'm gonna say, go, I'm gonna have a client look like, yo, I saw you on LinkedIn, man. You supposed to be taking my call.
Like you see what we were saying, we were talking too much.
Right. And I meant to this morning, I was gonna put a link to tell people how to watch the video. And I just, it's just like my morning got away from me. And I just I thought I had until 10.
Yo, we had a beautiful time. We gonna definitely do this again.
Definitely.
Charlie, we normally do our shout outs and all the other stuff in there, but we don't have time this morning.
That's okay.
You guys, we had 2 shows. Like we had 2 shows today, literally. We really did. We gave y'all some information and we gave y'all some fun and that. That's what it's about, the real talk right here.
Yeah, and that name on the screen, they can find me. All they got to do is Google me. They can find my Twitter, my Instagram, everything with that name.
Yeah, the
right
real.
there, my LinkedIn, everything.
Don't get that hijack one because I'm.
Yeah, don't get the hijack Judge Cutie. The real Judge Cutie.
I'm still salty about y'all that got mine. So don't let me catch you out there in them streets.
Man, I used some words that the Lord didn't want me to. That when I found out that. I was just like, Lord, excuse me.
I feel so violated. That's the first time I was in the law that I actually had some kind of understanding and comprehension of what violation means. I actually felt violated by that.
I don't know what's going on, but it seems like there's another wave of people getting hacked.
Yeah, it is.
Because it was at a pause for a minute. They was doing companies.
Right.
I was like, okay, do the companies. Make them pay because they got money anyway.
Because they got the money to pay for people to recover their stuff. Like, I can't afford that.
No, I can't.
And they still won't negotiate with
no,
they don't care about that.
No, negotiate with me. I'm not no Kardashian. I got a couple dollars in my pocket. What you want with my account?
I got 2 nickels to rub together, and that's about it.
Not giving it to you.
I got a child. My child is he high maintenance, 23 years old. I'd be like, boy, don't call me no more. Don't call me no more. I ain't got no money. I told him when he went to college, he went to Ole Miss with all those rich white kids. And I told him, I said, don't you be hanging out with them airship babies. I said, because I ain't no airship baby. And you ain't no airship baby. I said, the only thing my daddy left me was alone. So I need you to leave me alone because I ain't got no money. Leave me alone, boy.
Oh my God. On that judge, we gotta go. Oh my God, we gotta go. Look, I appreciate you. I love you. I'm telling you, we got to do this. We got to do some more. I'm going to be following your stuff. I've already been following since we've been connected.
Okay, good.
I'll follow and actually shoot you out some more because we're going to do a part 2. I got to put this broadcast on. I'm going to put this on the hashtag replay so you guys can go see it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I'll share it. I'll definitely share it.
And we're going to actually talk about the law next time.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about the law. We're going to talk about, because I got some things that I want to ask you, especially being in judge, that really bothers me. And I asked my contemporaries that I judge, and I've worked for a couple of judges, and I definitely agree with you on that women's judge. I worked for a couple of men, and they just like, no, this ain't what it is. And I'm thinking like, yo, I didn't live through that, and it's just the grace of God that I didn't fall into that. So it's a little bit more judge than what you're saying and how you're applying the law to that. But you can't tell these judges anything, especially when they've been on the bench 40 years. And
because you got to see the big picture. I'm a big picture person, and that's how I end up talking about other things when we're talking about the law, because there's so many things that encompass the facts relating to what we're applying the law to.
So you guys go see
lives. You gotta see more.
You ending lives with those. You ending lives. Yeah, you ending lives with those decisions. All right, Charlene, take us on out. We glad to see you guys. Everybody that came by. Oh my God, we've been on for 90 minutes. I just love this though. It didn't even feel like that.
I loved it.
It was fun. I enjoy y'all. It was fun. It was fun. I'll do it again. Just let me know when. Oh, I just ran. I'm a sucker MC.
Oh.
I want to do it again. Just let me know when. My friends.
We going to put her cash app up too, because y'all going to have to pay for this what we got today.
But thank you all for hanging out with us almost 2 hours.
Yes, we killed it though.
So what we're gonna definitely do is this gonna be a special. It's not even gonna be on a Tuesday or Thursday. It's gonna be a special day. We're gonna figure it out.
Yes.
Because Judge Gay gonna come back. We need to get into it, and what we need to get into are these laws. Because as we all know, this country is going through, and not just the country, but the world. But we talking about this country right now, because that's where we live in. So this country right now is going through so many changes.
Because I want to get her takes on these mandates. I want to get her take. We're gonna talk about some saucy stuff. So
some of us just went through an election, so we got some new mayors coming in, some new governors coming in.
Got some old ones being charged in New York. Talking about he didn't touch nobody, but they got him up on charges.
New York, I think
he did not have a sexual relationship with that woman.
We heard that. We heard that lie before.
That what Bill said. That what Bill had said.
I think New York is about to see another group of people leave, but we don't know yet. So we'll
see. Oh yeah. But did you notice that when Bill Clinton was going through that drama that Hillary did not flinch?
No,
she ain't flinch. Because when you marry a man who was called hound dog in college, you don't flinch when he gets caught up in a sex scandal.
That's it. Like, he kept it in, and she taking the money in his behind. I think he is still in the hospital.
Girl, that's 20 minutes. He ain't bother me. Girl, go on, do it again.
I gotta go. I can't.
I got to finish my breakfast. So let's go.
I gotta go. Finish up, Charlie. Get us out of here. We thank you, y'all.
So thank you all for hanging in with us. Catch you on Tuesday, and we will please stay tuned with us. Go check out realtalklivepodcast.com because we're also going to update it there where you will also be able to see Judge Gay again. So make sure that you are over there. You're on our LinkedIn. Connect with her. Connect with us so we can keep you informed. And we're out. Bye.
We out, y'all. See ya.
Real Talk with Carl and Charlene.